Hello, you lovely, lovely people. And again, welcome back to my channel on, what day is it? It's a Thursday evening. Thursday, late afternoon, come evening. That's irrelevant. Can you afford a girlfriend here? You might be asking yourself. Because although the Philippines is cheaper than your country, generally speaking, some women here, as well as the West, can be very high maintenance. Very high maintenance. This is why I would suggest getting a girl from the province, because if you get a girl from the province, they are relatively low maintenance, you know. And it's not that I'm a skinflint, not at all. It's just that I wouldn't want to be paying out loads and loads and loads and loads of money to keep them happy, going to very, very expensive places. That's just me. That's just me. So yes, women here can be very expensive. And again, I think it depends on your age. Because if you're an older man like me, you know, I don't, big myself up. If you're an older man like me, and you've got a younger woman like I have, then be prepared to maybe spend a little bit more. But I'm very lucky because Mira is from the province, and she's a mountain girl. And she was, when we got together, she didn't even like going on elevators and escalators, in the malls. Didn't even like that. She was like, she was like, like a rabbit in, like a headlights. She's like, oh, just froze. And I said, Mira, put one foot forward, and then when it starts to take you, put the other foot on. Oh, God. Anyway, she's an expert now. But at the time, and like I said, if you are in Makati, places like that, then they are used to a higher class of living. Let's just put it like that. A higher class of living. Whereas Mira, and I love this life that I've got. I don't want to go to any city. I don't want to go to Makati. I don't want to live the high life. I don't want to live a 5-star lifestyle. I really don't. I never have. Why would I want to start now? I'm there to impress nobody. I'm not really. And I'm certainly not there, to impress a woman, trying to keep a woman by impressing. I'm not about that. I'm not about that, really. So, province girls are lower maintenance, I would say. And even food-wise, because if you're going to get like a lass, that's the northerner coming out in me, a girl from Makati, and I keep saying Makati because that's where these high class is. There are other places as well, but they will be expecting high class restaurants and such things. Whereas Mira, she lives off the land. She likes the food off the land, like the kangkong and she grows the over there. In fact, there's none left. She's had them. Eggplant and these other things that she eats. Oh, what's the other? Gabi, things like that. So to feed my wife doesn't cost anything, really. Honest to God, people, really, because she prefers the traditional Filipino food. Yes, she'll eat my stuff periodically, but she couldn't live on my food. I certainly couldn't live on hers, honest to God. Really. If I had to live on the stuff that my wife lives on, I would be a shadow of a man. I would be that like that. I mean, I'm like that now, but I would be half of that. It would kill me, really. She eats things like bulad, ginamos, uyap, and like, I can't even stand the smell of it. But this is our house, okay? You might say it's her house, but listen, it's our house, all right? So many foreigners don't let their wives cook bulad in the house, that dried salted fish, and I can understand why, because it is a bad smell. It's a terrible smell. It makes me want to vomit. But it's her house as well, so she does that. She cooks her bulad in here. It stinks the house out for 3 days, but then it's done. And I'm in there. I'm working or something. Oh God, here she goes. Oh, and she'll go, yummy, yummy, yummy. I think, Mira, how on earth is that yummy? But that's what she's used to. So the cost of living for us is very low. Honest to God, people, it is. And we do go out. You know, we go to Dipolog and we go to places and we do go in restaurants and things like that. We aren't skinflints. But what I'm saying is, my wife is very low maintenance. But there are others that are not. And because my wife doesn't work, I'm the breadwinner of the household. And we've got a child. Caelan takes up most of the budget. He does, really. If you see the toys he's got here, he's got... No, I'm not kidding, people. I'm not kidding. There are everywhere. There is toys here everywhere. There are everywhere. That's just a part of them. That's just a part of them. Look. I'm not kidding. Look. Look. They're everywhere. And they're on the floor over there. So, like I said... Oh, what's happened there? I'm trying to turn the camera around. Hold on, people. I'm here somewhere. I'm coming. I'm back. I'm back in this system. My son is the biggest expense in this household. By far. By far. We spend, and I think I've said this before, but many people still want to ask how much it costs me to live here. It can cost me whatever I want it to, but we spend around about, oh God, between $600, $700, $800 a month. About that, really, honestly. And that's going out as well, and that's gasoline for the car. I'm saying gasoline, God, I'm talking like an American, I'm talking like Filipino. Petrol for the car. And that is everything else, you know, my son's milk and all that. But that's what it costs. Let's just say 800, right? Let's just say that ballpark figure. And that's everything. That's our electric. That is everything. And the majority of my budget is on my food. Because I love nice food. I do. I like nice food. I like fresh vegetables. My wife loves fresh vegetables. And vegetables are relatively cheap. Potatoes are very expensive. If you can get a good one. No such thing here as Maris Pipers or King Edwards. They don't exist here. Or I've never seen them. You can just get what you're given. And most of them are covered in blight and worm. But nevertheless, you know, if you boil them up, I suppose it kills the worm. Oh, dear me. I've never had a good potato for about 8 or 9 years. Also, I want to talk about something else as well. I want to talk about this American guy, yesterday, day before, who got a bottle, smashed it, stabbed his girlfriend, wife. Don't know. I think she's dead, I think. Frustrated homicide. Well, homicide is death, isn't it? So, I don't know what you people are thinking. Not you people, but these people who commit these offences here. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you actually think that your Western passport gives you immunity. It doesn't. It doesn't give you immunity. It doesn't matter where you come from. You are going to get hammered here. You're going to get hammered. And now his dream of paradise, of living here with his wife, has now turned to an absolute nightmare. He's never going to see the light of day outside the prison. Why? Think about... Listen, if you're short-tempered, don't come to the Philippines, because, you know, you've got to have a lot of patience here. You've got to have a lot of patience. If you're short-tempered, you're not going to last, and I really mean that. I really mean that. And I don't mean you aren't going to last because of your partner, your girlfriend. I mean, in general, the waiting, the times, which doesn't exist here. Timekeeping just does not exist. It's just something that doesn't exist here. So if you're thinking of coming to the Philippines and you've got a short fuse, think again, really. And I really mean that. I really mean that. And there's also another one who, again, he was a Western guy. He was American, and he was holding Filipinas. He was holding them. He was like holding them in these apartments and forcing them to do sex activities, videoing and selling these live streams. It was live streams. And I think there was 7 or 8 or 9 Filipinas he was holding. Now he's been arrested. Now he won't see the light of day either. Why on earth does people want to come here, right, and do such things? Why do they want to do them anyway? In any country, but to come here, thinking that you're Jack the Lad with your Western passport, thinking you can get away with literally anything. You couldn't be further from the truth. And I mean that. You couldn't be further from what you're thinking. They might be behind on some things, but anything criminal, they will catch you. Even if you're on a overstay visa, it's something as simple as that. They will get you, and then you're in the shit, and then you've just dropped yourself in it. So, like I said before, come here with a bloody, with a clean mind, with an open mind. Come here with. You've got to let a lot of things go over your head. Let's just put it that way. You've got to let a lot of things just go over your head. Nothing surprises me here anymore. It doesn't, honestly. Nothing at all surprises me. Like double kill. And I mean, if a carabao dies in the river, if there's a flash flood and it gets itself tangled around its tether and it drowns, we would just bury that. We would in the West, but no, they don't. They chop it up and sell it. It's called double kill. And the same with the pigs. There was a pig here that died about, I don't know where it was. It was close to this house. He would die by snake bite. Now, how the local people knew that, I don't know, but this pig was dead by snake bite. Probably a cobra, Philippine cobra. Now, what did they do? They didn't sell it, but they ate it. And they said to me, I said, whoa! No, I didn't want none of that. No way. I don't want that. What? There's venom in it. They said, no, Steve, just don't eat the organs. Like, the liver, the kidney, the heart, and all that kind of stuff. They said, their meat is fine. And they ate it, and they was perfectly all right. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, there is limits. I mean, I've tried many things since I've been in the Philippines. I've tried many things since I've been here in this province with the local people, because I do get involved with the local people. I've tried lizard. I've tried bat. What else have I tried? I've tried snake. Because I'm here, and I'm here. I tried it once. I didn't like any of it. It's something I wouldn't try again, but I think they admired me for trying it, because most foreigners wouldn't even dream of trying this exotic food, as they call it. I don't know what's exotic about it, because it just tastes like rubbish, I wouldn't eat, something that's been poisoned. I simply wouldn't, and I wouldn't eat double kill. This is why when I do buy my meat, I don't buy it at the local market, because their pigs and carabao, baka, come from here. And again, they could be double kill. So I always go to Save More, and it's got a stamp on it. I don't know if it's a genuine stamp or not, I don't know, but it makes me feel a little bit better that it's not a double kill. And, when you're spending your budget here, if you've got, put it this way, people. If I had more money than what I had, I still wouldn't spend any more money than what I do. Do you know what I mean? So, you're like, I'm not keeping to a budget because I have to. It's the budget that we use. And it's not a budget, it's just something that we use every month. Now, lately, our electric has been 1,000 pesos a month more. Not a lot of money. And that's because I bought a toaster. Not a toaster that pops up. A toaster maker. What do you call them? A sandwich maker, toasting thing where you click the lid, and it does, you put your cheese and your onion and your tomatoes and all that sort of stuff in it. Well, I've been addicted to them, people. I have. And so has my son. So I've been really hammering that. That thing hasn't been off. I eat about 4 or 5 a day, and so does my son. And that's crept it up a little bit. But that doesn't matter, does it? It's bloody 1,000 pesos a month. That's about it, It's hard to spend more money than that, I think. I could, but then I would be going out of our way, and my wife doesn't like going out that much. She doesn't really. The only place she likes going at the moment is down to Lilloy about this land and that, but generally speaking, she doesn't like going out. She's a homely girl. And I'm going to say gentleman. I'm a homely gentleman, people. I am. Am I middle-aged? What is middle-aged? 50? I don't know. Well, let's just say I'm a middle-aged gentleman in the Philippines. And I don't like really going out all the time. I did a little bit of fishing the other day. Shit. Absolute crap. I went to a pier where it's all broken. The pier was smashed up with the waves, It was cracked and bashed, and I couldn't get to the end of the pier because it was broken off. And the Philippines, Jackie, shh. The Philippines has probably got the less fish that I've ever been fishing at. That's because everything is kept. They keep everything. A fish that big or a fish this big or that big or but even if it's that big, they keep it. Nothing goes back. That's why you if they're there, you'll catch them because they're not scared of a hook because they are not being put back. They just out. But I'm going to do some under bridge fishing. Said to my wife, when this tiling's finished, almost did. I've been doing some today. When this tiling's finished, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do some under bridge fishing. I like that. And fishing in the mangroves for the snappers. And anything I can catch, really. But that's what I'm going to be doing. Here's my son now. Look, here he is. Say hello to the lovely people, my little boy. Where's he at? Here he is. Whoa, here he is. Da 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 da. He's got his dad's sense of humour, I tell you. Well, anyway, with that, I'm spinning it around the wrong way. With that being said, me and my little boy are going to go now. We're going to go. So say bye-bye, people. Bye-bye. People. You got to love them, haven't you? I've got another one of these coming. Another one coming. Not mail order. No. Not mail order. Visit my wife, you know. It's due in, I think, the 16th of July. The 16th of June. Another one. Another little tour. Thank you, people. Take good care. Over and out. Over and out.